I'm a working mom named Lisa, living with my husband Jacob and our adorable daughter Madison as a family of 3. I work for an IT-related company, but there's no overtime, and I'm currently splitting my time evenly between going to the office and working from home. Jacob works in the sales department of a certain company. Madison is still in daycare, so not having overtime is a blessing. And since I can choose whether to go into the office or work from home, I've been able to balance childcare, housework, and my job. What? Zashikawarashi?
Here, Grandma's house is in a place called Daiwate Prefecture, and she's living there with Akichin's grandma.
Really?
Here, Akochin was alone in her room, and it played with her.
Hey, Madison, do you know what a Zashikawarashi is?
I don't know.
A Zashikawarashi, you see, is said to be a spirit that makes people happy when they see it. If a man sees it, he gets promoted. And if a woman sees it, she will have a happy marriage and be blessed with children.
Really? So since Sakochin played with it, she'll be amazing when she grows up.
This is my daughter Madison. Madison spends her days cheerfully at daycare, and when she comes home, she talks to us about what happened during the day. Meanwhile, my husband Jacob is.
I'm out of my allowance for this month. That's why this happened.
Again? You said the same thing last month, and I gave you more allowance.
Sales involves spending money on entertaining clients, you know? And in these times, it's not like before where you can just write it off as an expense.
Even so, there's going to be the automatic withdrawal at the end of the month for last month's credit card payments, you know?
Once work picks up, I can pay it back. So until then, please bear with me a little longer. I can't refuse them. It's a work-related commitment.
I understand that these commitments are important, but please think about our household budget, too. If Madison starts taking lessons or something in the future, it will cost various amounts of money. This is my husband, Jacob. Although his salary has decreased due to the economic downturn, his work-related socializing hasn't diminished, and expenses keep piling up. For the past few months, we've been living on my salary since he hasn't been able to contribute to the household expenses. Despite this, Jacob is a very kind father to Madison, and they enjoy playing together. With this in mind, I have been patiently bearing with the situation until Jacob's work stabilizes, but...
Hey Lisa, have you seen my smartphone?
I haven't seen it. You've been losing it a lot lately. Have you checked your bag properly?
I looked, but it's nowhere to be found.
Did you drop it somewhere?
Now that Madison mentioned it, I don't remember putting it in my pocket.
Oh no. Are you okay?
I had run out of battery when I left the office, so it should be fine. Well, I do have a work smartphone, so it's okay. Tomorrow I have an important meeting first thing in the morning, and in the afternoon I'm visiting several major clients with the department head. I'm going to bed now. Good night, both of you.
Good night.
Good night. Jacob usually falls asleep alone in the bedroom, so I sleep in a separate room with Madison. Whether he's tired from work or just needs some alone time, I'm not sure. While I try to respect Jacob's feelings, I've been feeling lonely without spending time together as a couple. Then, one day, something happened. On this particular night, Madison and I were sleeping together as usual when...
Mommy? Hey, Mommy.
Madison. What's wrong? What time is it? Oh no. It's only 1 in the morning.
Never mind that. Wake up right now.
All right, I'm awake. What's going on, Madison? Do you need to go to the bathroom?
No. Mommy, let's divorce Daddy right now.
What? Madison, where did you learn a word like divorce?
I don't know. But more importantly, let's leave the house together.
Wait, Madison, what's going on all of a sudden? Why would you say something like that in the middle of the night? Did you have a scary dream?
No, we need to leave the house quickly.
Hold on, Madison. Mommy just woke up, and I don't understand what you're trying to say. Can you tell me properly what's going on?
Well, you see...
What did you say?
It's true. So let's grab only the things we always use and go outside.
Right. Then let's get ready quickly together. If we make a big noise, we'll get noticed, so let's quietly grab what we need. I'll put Madison's change of clothes in Mommy's bag, so Madison, you.
I've already put the handkerchief and such in my backpack. I've put the smartphone and charger in my backpack, too. So Mommy, put in your change of clothes. You can't forget anything, because we can't come back for it.
Right. We'll do as Madison says. I'll put everything we need in this bag. This and that. All right. Perfect. We're ready, Madison.
Then, Mommy, let's run away quickly.
I quickly packed our bags and headed to my parents' house with Madison. I was initially surprised by what Madison said, but she's not a child who would lie about something like this. So, I accepted Madison's story. Soon after arriving at my parents' house.
Grandma and grandparent here?
That's right, they said they were going on a trip for a week, remember? They said they'd buy us souvenirs.
Oh, right. Then it's just Madison and Mommy, huh?
Yes, it is. Come on, Madison, it's late, so let's go to sleep for today? I'll lay out the futon right away.
Really? It's already past 3 a.m. This is the first time Madison has stayed up this late. I am like an adult, huh?
That's true. It's usually bedtime for you by now. After laying her down on the futon and saying those words, Madison fell asleep right away. She must have been even more on edge than I was. Thinking about it made my heart ache, and I felt more affectionate towards Madison than ever. However, at the same time, I was filled with anger towards Jacob that felt like it was about to explode. The next day.
Hello, Lisa. It's me. Where are you right now?
Oh, Jacob? Good morning.
Good morning. When I woke up, there was no sign of anyone in the house. I couldn't find you or Madison anywhere, so I got worried.
Sorry to spring this on you. I got a call in the middle of the night saying your father has collapsed.
What, your dad?
Yes. I wanted to tell you, Jacob, but you said you had an early morning, and since you've been coming home late from work so often, I brought Madison along too.
Oh, is that it? You really scared me. I'm glad I put your number in my work phone.
Sorry to worry you. I want to stay here for a while, that's okay, right?
Well, I guess so. I'm pretty swamped with work right now. Tomorrow is Saturday, so I'll come over to visit.
Okay.
What's the matter? You don't sound very energetic. Is your father that bad?
No. Jacob, let's get a divorce.
What? Why?
Because Jacob, your job is never stable.
That's true, but I can't go through with a divorce. I'll come over there right now. No, I can't. I have important meetings and clients to see today. Anyway, I'll come tomorrow. So, Lisa, just calm down and think things over until I get there, okay? Otherwise,
You'll be late for your meeting.
I know. I'll definitely be there tomorrow, so make sure you stay at your parents' house.
After hanging up the phone with Jacob, I contacted some people. The next day. Around noon, Jacob arrived at my parents' house.
Lisa, I'm against the divorce.
Hold on. What's with this attitude the moment you walk into someone's house? Weren't you coming to visit my father as well? You didn't even bring flowers or anything.
Tats?
The story about my father collapsing was a lie.
What?
You never listen. I told you that my parents are on vacation all week, didn't I?
Oh, that's right.
Lisa, are you okay with this guy?
Who are you? Wait, you seem familiar.
We met at your wedding with Lisa.
This is my childhood friend, Noah. I've introduced you, saying we've been close since we were little, remember?
So what? I have important matters to discuss. Anyone unrelated should butt out.
Actually, this concerns me too.
Huh?
I've been officially requested to handle the divorce, so I'm here to participate in this discussion.
Requested?
Noah is a lawyer.
A lawyer? Hey, Lisa, why on earth are we talking about divorce?
You think I can stay with someone who's scheming against me for insurance money?
What?
This smartphone. You know whose it is, right?
Isn't that my smartphone? Why do you have it?
That's irrelevant right now. Depending on the situation, this may not end with just a discussion.
You mean involving the police or something like that?
Of course. You think you can just apologize and be forgiven for something like this?
Jacob was faced with the words of Noah, the lawyer.
I mean, just because we were exchanging texts on the smartphone. It was all in jest, so there's no need for the police or anything, right?
Making such specific plans about making it look like an accident or whatever. Think about it normally. This goes way beyond a joke.
I just like mystery novel-like stories, that's all. And Lisa, you never showed interest in my phone before, why all of a sudden?
Madison noticed it. She then told me about the insurance money.
Madison did.
Jacob. Ever since we started sleeping in separate rooms, you've been making phone calls at night. It wasn't work-related, but planning to get insurance money, wasn't it?
That can't be true, can it?
Hey, you sometimes lose your smartphone at home, don't you?
Well, yeah, but...
Here's the question. Why did your phone occasionally go missing?
Huh?
The correct answer is Madison was hiding it. Because Daddy was acting suspicious, Madison sometimes took it.
What?
Also, Daddy, you were saying things like accident and insurance money. I wondered what you were talking about, so I told Akochin and Kentakin at daycare. Then both of them said they hear those words on the suspense dramas Mama watches. So I knew it was a bad thing.
So, Madison, you did all this?
Yes. But I couldn't read the kanji, so I took pictures of all of Daddy's smartphone screens with the hand-me-down smartphone Mama gave me.
Madison, Daddy was just joking. I didn't do anything wrong.
Then shall we see if you're really innocent or not by asking this woman here.
Hey, let go of me. What's with this idiotic force? I can't believe it.
In fact, Jacob was thinking about causing an accident to receive insurance money. And the one he planned to use for this scheme was none other than me. When I confronted him about it, Jacob just kept dodging the question.
Why, Taylor? And who's that person over there?
That's my sister. She's childhood friends with Lisa, so she's helping us with this matter.
Hey, you. Don't talk about that where little Madison can hear.
Hold on, Jacob. What's going on here? You said we'd make lots of money if I just did what you said, didn't you?
Idiot. Don't say anything unnecessary.
You're the idiot. Your phone is here and all the evidence is lined up.
You know, denying it like that isn't going to do you any good.
Why don't you just admit it graciously?
Why should I? I have nothing to admit. Besides, it's easy to fabricate line messages. Don't you think it's possible that Lisa created the fake line messages?
I have the conversation too.
What?
Did you think I only took pictures of the smartphone screen? I slipped my phone through the gap under the door and recorded your conversation.
What?
Daddy, you're too easy to read. When you go to the bedroom, you always dim the lights, right? You do that so that if Madison or Mama turns on the hallway light, you'll notice right away, don't you?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, if you're in a dark room, you'd notice right away if a light comes in.
So if someone's coming, you can either stop talking or pretend to be discussing work, right? That's why, Lisa, I had you sneak up to the bedroom without turning on the light. I tied my phone with a string, pointed the screen down, and slid it under the door to record.
The undercut of our door is 1 centimeter, so a smartphone would indeed fit.
Daddy is careless, so I thought he would only look for light leaking through the gap and not look down. So it was really easy to do.
Jacob, who was completely caught in Madison's strategy, is now facing the consequences.
Hey, Madison, can you let me listen to that recording too?
I already gave it to my action.
What's the point of letting you listen to it? Ho.
Eek. This person is super scary.
You guys who planned such a dangerous scheme are far scarier.
I didn't do anything wrong. It's because your wife has good insurance. You were the one who started talking about getting insurance money if it succeeded.
Hey, don't blame this on me. You were just as guilty when you jumped at the idea.
Wah. You were the one thinking about this because you don't make enough money.
Shut up.
Eek.
What was that? Don't startle me like that.
I'm the one who's startled here.
I can't believe you two are bickering in this situation. You both are seriously messed up.
This is beyond despicable. The cheating and the talk about insurance money are infuriating, but I'm most angry at Jacob for letting Madison hear this conversation and acting like it's no big deal. Decide now whether you'll divorce me immediately or we'll turn this over to the police. Or how about you both get a divorce and both of you can enjoy being in police custody?
No, that's not it, Lisa.
What's not it?
I absolutely don't want to deal with the police.
The ones who don't want this are Lysican and Madison.
Do you even realize what you've done?
With those words directed at them, Jacob and his mistress, Taylor, are left to deal with the consequences.
Please, I truly apologize for talking about the insurance money. And please spare me from a divorce. Without Lisa, I can't go on living.
That's none of my concern.
Dad, you're only talking about yourself. That's not an apology at all.
Madison!
I was just led astray by Jacob. Please, really spare me from the police.
I have my dear Madison to think about, so I won't trouble you further. But you'll have to pay the price, understand?
The price!
Alimony for the divorce, plus child support for Madison and the extra allowances I've given you. And pay back all the credit card bills I covered for you, every single penny.
You better pay the damages too.
I have to pay too.
Of course, you were the mistress. It's the reason for the divorce.
You've got to be kidding.
You should have studied the law a little more.
Please, Lisa, it's entirely my fault. I admit everything. So please.
Don't joke with me. Madison is the one who's been most frightened by all this. And yet you don't even try to apologize to Madison. Instead, you're pleading for forgiveness, saying don't divorce. Stop kidding around.
Madison, I truly am so.
Madison is fine as long as Mommy is here. Just Mommy makes me completely happy.
But
Be quiet. People who make Mommy sad aren't family, so go away. I don't want to see your face anymore. Bye, B.
I divorced Jacob, leaving the matters of alimony and child support to Noah. If there was even a slight delay in the payments, the agreement was that Jacob would resume paying after being taken into police custody. Upon learning that making payments might be tough, little Mia consulted an acquaintance and managed to find a job for Jacob that came with dormitory accommodations. When Jacob quit his job, nobody attempted to retain him, as he had consistently ranked at the bottom in sales performance for many years. And since Taylor was a part-timer, they both started the new job that was introduced to them. Even though they received their salaries, with debts such as credit card payments in addition to the alimony, no money was left at all. Thus, Jacob and Taylor led a miserable life, working solely to make payments, without a substantial amount of insurance money or even any money to spend freely. As for me afterward.
And then, press here.
Wow, it worked. Noah, you know so many ways to do things. It's amazing.
Well, this was originally the smartphone I used.
So that's why it looked familiar.
When my smartphone broke, he lent this to me to use in the meantime.
Oh right, when Auntie slipped and made it dive into the pot.
You remember that well.
So it's not Mommy's hand-me-down smartphone?
Well, in essence, it's my hand-me-down smartphone.
After that incident, I quickly found a new home and moved there. Madison, who was still attending daycare, had been desperately protecting me in places I didn't know about. There must have been many moments when she was confused and didn't know what to do. Just imagining that made my heart clench tightly, and I felt like crying. Just as Madison had worked hard to protect me, from now on, I was determined to protect Madison with all my might. With this resolution, watching Madison laugh happily with everyone, I felt a deep sense of happiness that she had been born into my life.